How ordinary things can spark extraordinary happiness. It's a question that Ingrid Fetell Lee seeks to answer in her book, Joyful. The book is a fascinating exploration into the world of everyday aesthetics, an invitation to see the world with fresh eyes and find joy in the most ordinary of things. Imagine a world where colors, shapes, and designs can alter your mood and influence your happiness. This is the world that Joyful invites us to discover. Can the color of your walls, the shape of your coffee mug, or the design of your favorite book cover have an impact on your joy? According to Fetell, the answer is a resounding yes. Joyful is not just a book, it's a philosophy, a new way of looking at the world. It encourages us to find joy in the mundane, to appreciate the beauty in the everyday. It's about seeing the extraordinary in the ordinary, the magic in the mundane. And what's perhaps most interesting about Joyful is its emphasis on minimalist and harmonious design, drawing inspiration from Chinese feng shui principles. The book suggests that joy can be found not in the grandiose, but in the simple, the uncluttered, the harmonious. It urges us to declutter our lives and our minds, to create spaces that invite joy and foster happiness. Joyful also highlights the power of unique visuals in sparking joy. Think about that feeling you get when you see a rainbow after a storm or a butterfly fluttering in the sun. That's the power of visuals. They can evoke emotions, spark joy, and make our lives a little bit more joyful. Ingrid Fetell urges us to appreciate the beauty in everyday occurrences and embrace simplicity for a more meaningful existence. Because in the end, it's the ordinary things that have the power to create extraordinary happiness. What lessons does Joyful hold for us, you may ask? Well, let's delve into the first two lessons from this treasure chest of wisdom. The author, Ingrid Fetell Lee, beautifully uncovers the importance of simplicity. She encourages us to strip away the unnecessary, to declutter our lives, and to embrace the minimalist approach. But why, you may wonder? Well, simplicity, as it turns out, is a surprising source of joy. It allows us to focus on what truly matters and reduces stress and anxiety. Imagine a clutter-free workspace, a minimalist home decor, or even a simple yet meaningful daily routine. The joy these simple things bring is indeed profound. But the lessons from Joyful don't stop there. The book also highlights the power of everyday beauty. In a world where we are constantly chasing the extraordinary, we often overlook the beauty in the ordinary. A sunrise, the aroma of freshly brewed coffee, the sound of raindrops on a window pane. These ordinary things hold an extraordinary power to spark joy. Fetell Lee encourages us to cultivate an eye for such beauty, to pause, observe, and appreciate. This practice not only enhances our sense of happiness but also deepens our connection with the world around us. Think about it for a moment. Isn't there something incredibly soothing about watching a bird in flight or the mesmerizing pattern of leaves swaying in the wind? So, how can we apply these lessons in our daily lives? Start by simplifying. Declutter your physical and mental spaces. Then, practice mindfulness. Take a moment to appreciate the beauty around you. You'll be surprised how these simple practices can elevate your mood and enhance your overall well-being. In essence, Joyful teaches us that happiness is not a distant destination but a journey that is interspersed with simple pleasures and everyday beauty. The simplicity in life and the beauty in the ordinary can indeed fuel our happiness. So let's embrace these lessons and embark on this joyful journey. How can future entrepreneurs apply these lessons, you may wonder? Well, let's dive into it. Entrepreneurship is not just about building a profitable business, it's about creating a product or service that resonates with people. And what better way to do that than by incorporating the principles of joy and happiness into your venture? Take a leaf out of Joyful's book and consider the power of design. Harmonious, minimalist designs can create inviting spaces, whether that's your company's office or the user interface of your app. Remember, when people interact with your product or service, they're not just using it, they're experiencing it. A well-designed, joyful experience can make all the difference between a one-time customer and a loyal fan. But it's not just about the big picture. Joyful emphasizes the importance of small details, like colors, shapes, and even the quirky visuals that can spark joy. As an entrepreneur, you can use this insight to your advantage. Think about how you can make your product or service stand out, how you can make it unique, memorable, and most importantly, joyful. And let's not forget about the journey of entrepreneurship itself. It's easy to get caught up in the end goal, the success, the profit. But Joyful teaches us to find happiness in the everyday, to appreciate the small wins along the way. As an entrepreneur, you're bound to face challenges, but it's these challenges that make the journey worthwhile. So, take a moment to appreciate the beauty of the journey, to celebrate the small victories, and to find joy in the process of building something from scratch. The lessons from Joyful are not just about living a happy life, they're about creating a happy product, a happy service, a happy business. And in the end, isn't that what entrepreneurship is all about? Creating something that brings joy to people's lives. So, future entrepreneurs, remember to keep these lessons in mind as you venture forth. Let the principles of Joyful guide you in your journey. And who knows, you might just find that the key to a successful business is a joyful one. The lessons from Joyful can inspire entrepreneurs to create products and services that spark joy and happiness. How can we link the lessons from Joyful to mental health? It's a question that invites us to delve deeper into the understanding of our own minds. In the book Joyful, we learn about the surprising power of ordinary things to create extraordinary happiness. This concept can be directly linked to our mental health. By finding joy in the ordinary, we can create a constant source of happiness that feeds our mental well-being. Let's consider the Business Insider article, which highlights affordable online courses aimed at improving mental health during the pandemic. One of them is Yale's popular The Science of Well-Being. This course, much like the book Joyful, encourages us to find happiness in our day-to-day lives. Now, think about the role of joy and happiness in mental well-being. Joy is not merely a fleeting emotion, it's a state of mind. When we train our minds to find joy in the ordinary, we're equipping ourselves with a tool that can help us navigate through life's ups and downs. Appreciating ordinary things might seem trivial, but it's an act that can profoundly impact our mental health. It keeps us grounded, reminds us of life's simple pleasures, and helps us maintain a positive outlook. Let's take the book's emphasis on minimalist and harmonious design as an example. Our surroundings can greatly influence our mood and mental health. By creating spaces that reflect simplicity and harmony, we're setting up an environment that promotes mental well-being. And what about the power of unique and quirky visuals in sparking joy, as the book suggests? These elements can serve as reminders to appreciate the beauty in everyday occurrences, fostering a sense of gratitude, which is a crucial component of mental health. The lessons from Joyful offer us a fresh perspective on mental health. By shifting our focus from the extraordinary to the ordinary, we can cultivate a more sustainable source of happiness. Let's not forget that our mental health is just as important as our physical health. It's something we should nurture and care for, and one way to do this is by embracing the simple joys of life. The simple act of acknowledging the joy in ordinary things can significantly improve our mental health. And that, my friends, is a lesson worth remembering. So, what does this all mean for you? As we draw the curtains on this enlightening journey, we retrace our steps through the wisdom tucked within the pages of Joyful. We've explored the transformative power of ordinary things, the lessons they offer, and how they can be harnessed in entrepreneurship. We've also delved into the integral connection between mental health and joy. In the simplicity of everyday objects and occurrences, we've discovered a blueprint for extraordinary happiness. The colors, shapes, and designs around us, often overlooked, hold the key to a more joyful existence. As we strip away complexity and embrace the minimalist and harmonious designs, we unlock the joy in our surroundings. And let's not forget how these lessons can be applied to entrepreneurship. The principles of feng shui and the strength of unique visuals can spark joy and innovation, setting a path for success. Finally, we've seen the importance of mental health in our joy-filled journey. Remember, tools like journaling and drawing, resilience skills, and learning to manage anxiety can greatly improve our mental well-being. Remember, the power to create extraordinary happiness lies in the ordinary things around you. Seek them out, appreciate them, and watch your life fill with joy.